Hello all. Today we'll start with the sixth unit of web technology and topic is Ruby and Rail and EJP. We will see it in different videos one by one. Syllabus for Ruby is like this, then Rail and then EJP. So first we'll concentrate on Ruby. So the first part upon Ruby is introduction to the Ruby. So Ruby is a programmer's best friend and it is designed in 1996 and it use spread rapidly in Japan. Use is now growing in part because of its use in rail. We have always heard that Ruby on rail, so they both are connected. It is a pure object-oriented language and is purely interpreted scripting language also. It is very related to Perl and JavaScript, but not closely. So there are so many features of Ruby, like if you see here, the main feature is it is an open source and it is freely available on web, but it is subject to a license. It is a general purpose and interpreted programming language, as well as it is, again, it is a object-oriented programming language. And Ruby is a server-side scripting language like the Python and Perl. And you can embed the Ruby script inside your HTML document or into the HTML document. Ruby has clean and very easy syntax. So it is very easy for a new learner to adopt it and use it. Ruby is very much scalable and big programs written in Ruby are easily maintainable. So your website, if it is very huge and have a scalable in nature, so yes, Ruby can be a solution to create that. And Ruby can be used for developing a internet as well as intranet, the both applications. Then it can be installed in Windows and POSIX environment and other environment also. Ruby support many GUI tools like TCL, TK, GTK, OpenGL, etc. It can be easily connected to the all different data types database available like MySQL, DB2, Oracle, etc. Ruby has a rich set of built-in function which can be used directly into the Ruby script. So there are so many features available in a Ruby. Now, very important, like the data types for any language, you should understand the different data types supported by that language. So here the name given as a scalar data type. So in a Ruby, there are total 5 different types of data like scalar, then arrays, hashes, boolean, and symbols. The very first is a scalar. Scalar is divided into the two parts, strings and numbers, or we can also say as a numeric. Again, numbers are broadly divided into the three types, float, big num, we call it as a int, like big num int and fixed num int. So there are total like scalar is divided in strings and float, big num int and fixed num int. Now string, it is very similar to the strings available in other languages. Like it is a combination of either character, single character, multiple character, word, sentence, etc. If you are storing a single character, you just have to enclose it in a single quote. And if it is more than one character, more than one word, you can use a double quotes. So single quote and double quote both are available. So your example is given. You can see here I have used here a put s. Put is like a printf statement, or when you want to print something to the user, so that time you have to use a put s. Now numbers. Number is same a series of digits and it can be used either with dotted symbol or without dotted symbol, means either integer or floating point. So here the example is given. Now you can observe that I have not written here the data type. So this is the name of the variable I am using here. Okay, and this is the value we are storing. Okay, so here we haven't given or specified any data type. like number or integer. So it's very similar to your Python. Whatever the value you are storing to the variable, that variable is automatically converted into that data type. Then booleans, yes, booleans is like having a value like true and false or zero or ones. And there are so many boolean operations that you can perform like not, and, or compare. Now for not, the symbol here they have given is like exclamatory mark, like for not. Double and is for and double pipeline symbol is for or, and double equal to is used when you want to compare the two values, two strings likewise. Now next data type is arrays. Array is very similar to the other arrays available in other programming language, but there is one difference here. Like array, whatever the we have learned is array is a collection of similar data types. But here it is not necessary to you have to store the similar data types. You can see this is an array, and here we have used a square bracket symbol to storing the values in the array. But the first value we have used is a string, second is string, third one is a floating point value, fourth one is a boolean value, and fifth one is the integer value. So an array can be a combination of a multiple data items of any types, okay, or all the types. And here items in an array are separated by a comma between them, and they have to be enclosed within a square bracket. And the first item of the array has an index a 0, very similar to the other languages. Now next is the hashes. This is another data type available in Ruby. Now hash, if you see here, like this is a variable name, and for hash we are using a symbol like curly bracket, and here we are using a key value pair. Okay, so we are mainly concentrating on a key value pair, and between key and value we use a symbol like associative symbol. So this one is making one pair of key and value. Like here key will be apple and value will be 10. Then this will be the another key value pair. So this will be the key and this will be the value. So likewise you can store a key and value pair and multiple key value pairs separated by comma, and you are storing inside a curly bracket. So we call it as a hashes. Then next is a new data type which is available in Ruby is symbols. So symbols are a lighter form or lighter version for the strings. Like we know that in a string we can store a multiple lines or sentences or words. So it require a huge memory to store it. So when you don't want to use the you want to like you want to store the string but in a less memory space. So you are using a data type called as a symbol, and this is preceded by a colon. So here you can see like here we have used a colon symbol. Okay, again we are storing it in a key and value pair, but here key, every key is starting with a colon. So it is nothing but a symbols, and it is used like it is used instead of strings because they take up a less memory space and have a better performance as compared to the string. So this is all about the data types. Now there are different operations that you can perform on the scalar data types. Like there are two main scalar data types, numbers and strings. If I talk about a number, so the different operation that we can perform is like very first. Now operations are starting with a dot. It is like a method. So any value dot the method name. So here for some of the method we have used question mark, and some of the method we haven't used a question mark. So what is the difference? So if you are using a question marks means you will get the answer in a true and false, in a yes or no. But if it is not a question mark, you're getting a value in a numbers. Like so I will just give you the examples. Like if we are using a dot even question mark. So if you see here, like value I have used is here is a 15 dot even question mark. We know 15 is not a even number. So answer will be the false. If I use a 4 dot even, we know 4 is a even number, so the answer will be the true. Likewise, even you can use another method called like OR. Then dot cell, it rounds, floats up to the nearest integer number. Like 6.7 dot cell, the nearest integer will be the 7. So it is converted into the 7. If I use a 8.3, so it is going to the round up. Okay, nearest integer, but it floats up, upper side. So it is going to be go to the 9. So the upper side nearest integer. If I am using floor, it is again going for a nearest integer number, but it floats at the downside. So if I give here 8.3 instead of 9, it is going to give me the 8. If I'm giving a 6.7, so nearest lower integer will be the 6. Okay. The next method is dot pred, PRED. That is the previous consecutive integer. So if I use a 15 dot pred, so it is going to give me the previous integer number of 15. Now dot to string. So if you want to convert the number into the string, so here 15 you can say that it is not stored in a double quote, means it is an integer in an integer form. And if we are using 15.2 underscore f, okay, obviously it is going to give a value 15, but it is enclosed in a double quote. So it becomes now the string. So you cannot use it for a mathematical operation. Now next is the what are the different operations that you can perform on a string. So there are different operations that we can perform. Is very first is a method is dot char, then dot size or length, then reverse, include, down case, and up case. So very first is a character. So it convert the string to a character array. So example, if the string is A, B, C, D, E, A, B, C, D, E dot characters. Now this is a string. Okay. When I am using it a dot a character, now I will get the answer like it becomes in a square bracket. Okay, means array, and I will get a character. Means first character will be separated like A, then second character will be separated like B, then next character will be separated like C. So likewise, every character will be separated in a array. If we are using the dot character, dot size or dot length, it is going to give us a size or length of the string. If I give here like hello world, so it is going to give me the like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So here it will going to give me the size as a like 10. And if it is include the space, it is going to give me the size as a 11. So if I'm using a reverse, okay, whatever the value you will give, it will give me the reverse of this string like. Then next is a include. Include when you want to find out uh, any substring is available in a string or not. Like if I here the string given is hello world and we are using dot include question mark. Again, you can see here question mark is there, means it is going to give the answer in yes or no. Okay. So if I am using here hello world dot include and here I have given a word as a W. So it is going to check the W word is available in this string or not. As it is available, it is going to give us the answer as a true. And if that word is not available, it is going to give us a value as a false. Now next is a down case. So whatever string you will give, it is going to give us it in a lowercase letter. If it if we give it in a UP case, it is going to give us it in a uppercase. So these are the different operations that we can perform on Ruby. Okay, in the next video, we will see how to take an input from user in a Ruby and how to give a output uh, to the user in a Ruby. So thank you so much for watching.